Yeah. Hello, both of you. Where are you from? You can unmute and talk. Otherwise, just open your chat and just give me the reply. So, how are you here? Just by seeing the ad or just any of my old students' recommendation? Anusha from Hyderabad. Yeah. Okay. Hello, I'm Preeta. I'm Preeta Gurashekar. So I have been trained in Jollyphonics for I'm working on Jollyphonics for past 10 years, and also I am a certified trainer from I Can Read. I Can Read is a Singapore-based program, and I have certification in both Jollyphonics and I Can Read. So I have been dealing with children, handling children at schools, in centers, and also working out with teachers. I have worked around 20 international schools with teachers, training teachers on Jollyphonics. And I'm an ex-franchisee of Helmo Grady International Speech and Drama Academy. So now coming to reading, so you're all here because maybe you found some struggles with your children in reading. You would have found some difference. They are not picking up as fast as needed. Otherwise, you want your children to read and keep ahead in reading. So now when we consider reading, our brain are actually not wired naturally for reading. For speaking and reading, of course. The speaking and learning a language, our brain has naturally wired for picking up a language. But when we consider reading, there are lots of factors included. The child brain need to go through a process. So that is why some children naturally pick up reading and some find it difficult because all these there it's a process, it's a step-by-step process. And see, look at that. These are the steps that is associated with reading. So first, they should know the hang of words. When the child starts speaking, how do you think the child starts speaking? So they are hearing the language right from your womb. And as the days progress and things, they start observing the language. They get familiar with the language. They take time actually to understand, to listen to various sounds. They pick up the sound, know, understand the difference between a normal sound and a speech sound. They put together all the sounds. And this is how the process, learning process takes place. And then naturally they start with speaking. So the process of learning a language started very early, but it took quite a lot of time for them to pick up and then start speaking. The same way the language, English language also works. So they need to listen to a language first. That forms the very basic. So when the listening is fantastic, when the listening base is set properly, and speaking and reading is laid on that. It's a foundation. Listening is the foundation of a language. Once it is laid properly, and the speaking skills and the reading skills automatically they pick up. But the thing is, here in our curriculum and things, we expect children to read and write very early. So that is why we need to put little effort, little extra effort to build the foundation for them to start reading right from kindergarten. So they go with fluent reading in grade one. When they are in grade one, it is needed actually. CBSE books, when you take and then when you see the questions, they are needed to read it and then answer it in sentences using their own words. So the base has to be set in kindergarten. Even if we miss, then we can pick up from the same. It is the process is same. Even your child is in age 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, the process of learning a language, process of building the language for reading is the same. So this is the progress of phonological awareness and phonemic awareness. When the process of phonological and phonemic awareness is set correctly, it is nothing but the sounds. They pick up the sounds of a language, right? When you talk, they pick up the sound. This sound, understanding, building the understanding of these sounds form the base. And then, so when you see the sentence, it might just look like a sentence for us. The children's brain need to process through all of that. So they need to understand, looking at the word, they need to understand why is it read as, look at that. What are the sounds? They should associate the letter sound with the letter formation, letter structure. And then we top up with a lot of methods and techniques also. So they need to understand what is blending, what is segmenting, what is long vowel sound, short vowel sound, open syllable, closed syllable. The brain should process all these things to come up to read a sentence like this. So it is actually a tedious process, but when we lay the proper and the structured foundation, it's going to be super easy and very easy for them. So when you take the sentence here, I like to eat coconut. So I is a tricky word here. We have split vowel or magic here, the word like. To is again a tricky word. So eat, see we have vowel team in the sound E. And when you see coconut, it is a coconut. It's a 3-syllable word. So all these, your child will know all of this by the end of the course. When they see the sentence or when they see the word, they'll be processing all of this information to read. So all this will happen naturally. And even the words like this. So maybe uh, when you expose children to the right learning method and thing, so they'll be very easily reading these words, split words, and then it's going to be super easy for them even to read the longer words like this. So this is how the child will process. Looking at the word, they will split the word and read it very easily, super easily. So once we are done with the program. So our phonics lessons will be based on the structure. So we'll be focusing on pre-writing skills. We'll be focusing on listening skills, isolating, rhyming words, first sound repetition, last sound, middle sound, learning the sound, blending, segmenting, and manipulating the sound. Manipulating the sounds are very essential when it comes for writing. So you might have this question, right? So phonics might help with reading, but how is it? I have heard a lot of them say it doesn't help with writing. So that's a common concern many of you might have. But the thing is, when the foundation is laid properly, when this phonemic awareness and the phonological awareness concept is laid properly for them, and writing is going to be super fun and fantastic for them. They are not going to crib on writing. So no more memorizing the dictation list that you're going to get from the school. So dictation lists are very common, right? So the schools send out the dictation list and we parents back to help them memorize those lists. And now, once you are giving the proper foundation and the structure, so the dictation list is never going to be a task. So as I said, these are the basic skills. So decoding, the child should process how the sound works, how the sentence or the words are formed. And then we have to help them learn the letter sound, associate with the letter formation, and then learn the blending. Then fluency. So it has to be automatically done. The child will start with doing cat, and then by looking at the word, the child need to get it what it is. They just read it as cat. And then the comprehension, what the cat is, right? So we'll be focusing on all the segments, decoding, fluency, and the comprehension. So my curriculum is designed based on Jolly Phonics, I am Missy and Orton Gillingham. So, which forms actually, it is a complete science of, it is completely based on the science of reading. So, I developed this based on my experience handling more than 500 children in online classes alone. So, how things work, how to cope up children, how to make children sit attentive during the class, how to bring their attention, all of this, the structure, the curriculum is based on all these factors and to give you a complete package of reading. So Jolly Phonics is a primary thing for learning the letter sound association letter. So no phonics methodology can compete with Jolly Phonics on the concept of learning the letter sound, associating it with the letter formation. So they play the key role in this. And then we top up with other methodologies and other learning patterns. So to develop the complete reading fluency and all of those. So I offer two programs. One is phonics and reading. So primarily we are focusing on phonics now. So reading will be after completing phonics can be top up with reading. So by completing phonics, your child will have basic concept of reading. They'll be able to read sentences and short stories, everything. So if we need to top them up with the reading fluency, reading short stories, long stories, and then building it with a novel, reading a structured novel, all of this will be done in the reading curriculum. Okay. So it's going to be about the charges, it's going to be 3,000 per month, the tuition fee. First month alone, you'll be paying 5,500 for the books and the fee. And from month 2 onwards, it's going to be 3,000 per month. So we have 3 classes per week, which is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 5:45 to 6:25 p.m. So it's an admission call for this batch. So we have structured it for 40 minutes because the lessons are well curated, planned, and structured lesson for 40 minutes. So we'll start on time and finish on time. So to this is complete package. The children will know, okay, my class will start like this, will progress into this, once we are done with this, and it's going to get over. So it's a structure. The same structure will be followed for every class, and they will know what to expect from the class. Once they come and settle in the class, and the attention span of children is very less nowadays. So every activity is curated based on the practical attention span which can be expected out of children. So all short activities, we'll be switching activities one by one. And 40 minutes is going to be completely engaging for your child. And then the lesson will be over. So this is how it is planned and curated. You will have individual attention for all the children because we are going to have 7 or 8 children only in the batch. And you will see the progress in every class. So if you're going to accompany your child, completely yes, you can. Or if you tell me you cannot, that's okay, completely fine. Most of my children sit in the class without any parent support. They will pick up and cope up very easily because they are learning a skill, and every lesson and every class is done in such a way it's going to be very challenging for them and it's going to be interesting for them. When you trigger those things, so we will have the attention from the children. Yeah. So now any questions, parents?
Hello, ma'am. I wanted to know, we don't have one-on-one session. It is going to be group session only.
I have never done one-on-one until last
Okay.
year. So this year I tried one-on-one. So
Okay.
one-on-one, what's happening is all 20, 30 minutes, you are going to, it is complete attention, right, to the child.
Mm-hmm.
And in group, there are two things happening. I noticed is one-on-one, it is only me and the child. And
Okay.
in group session, The child
Mm-hmm.
see different children reading style, reading pattern, and they are more motivated in the group session. And also, it is not that they have to put all their effort to focus, and they try to. It is not very funny thing for a child to be very center of attention and focused in one-on-one session. So for
Okay, they might
I
get
recommend
bored.
only group session.
Okay, so you suggest is like for the one-on-one, they might get bored for the all the 40 minutes.
It's not going to be bored, but they will need to put their attention, right? Whole attention. So
Okay,
they
okay.
they have to keep reading. They get tired easily. But what's
Mm-hmm.
happening in group session is since every child will get a chance to do their part, and when it is their turn, they read. Otherwise, they listen. So learning is still happening, but they are not too much uh, putting their effort into it.
Okay, okay, okay.
They see different children, they pick up learning from everybody, all of us, me, the other child, and everyone. But in one on one, that is actually not happening. I tried one on one this year for around, I have around 4 children in one on one for phonics. So reading is a different story, but phonics is a different story, which I think group is more effective than one on one for phonics classes.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yeah. The course duration of the course will be for 9 months. So any other questions, parents?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I'm actually joined a little late. So can I please get the recording of the session?
Definitely I will.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any questions? Okay. Hello, Jayparthi. I think you just joined. I will send you the
Yes.
recording of the session. You can
Sorry, ma'am.
watch, and any questions you can ask. Do you have any questions? What's your child's age?
Ma'am, 8, ma'am. She's studying second standard.
Cheers, great too. How is your reading?
The reading is a problem for her.
Is she reading basic sentences, the basic words and the simple sentences? How confident she is in doing that?
Yeah, she's studying easy words, but she pick upping is fast reading is not coming.
Okay. So I'll tell you one more thing. So when we
Yes.
consider reading, what we think is when the child comes back home to school, to home from school,
Yes, ma'am.
the question answers the teacher send or the dictation list the teacher send. So we
Yes.
think the child is able to read it. Actually, what happening is the teacher would have revised 10 times, 20 times in the classroom. So when they
Yes,
come
ma'am.
back, when they take it up, even without a book, the child will be able to read it. You say the question and they'll be able to do the answers. So I have some experience with CBSE schools where in grade 3 and 4, the children need to be dictated with a question paper. Question papers, they are not able to read it on their own. So
Yes.
question paper has to be dictated by a teacher so they can write the answers. So
Yes.
how do you think this is helping with their reading and writing skills? So the question answers the school sent. It is being memorized by the child. All the words that they say, it is again a picturesque reading. So they see the word repeatedly and they are very confident with those words that they see repeatedly. It's like learning the tricky words, or they call it sight words. So when you see it repeatedly, it is done. The otherwise, when you give a new word or a new a sentence or a new storybook, they can't read. And this definitely is not going to trigger the eagerness to read, and they are never going to build a habit of reading. So we have to set the base right. So we have to trigger the interest in them for building reading. So for that, the base has to be set right.
Right.
So any other questions, parents? Okay, so I will be posting the recording in the group. So you can go through the recording once again. And then I'll be sending you the registration form. So you can fill up the form once you are okay to register. Any more questions also? Feel free to text me in the WhatsApp or give me a call. We'll talk further.
Ma'am, how many months, ma'am? Somehow I missed
Nine
that.
months.
9 months, okay.
9 months.
So it is it accredited Jolly Phonics or anything
Yeah,
else?
I'm an accredited Jollyphonics trainer listed in Jollyphonics website. And my course is not
Okay.
only Jollyphonics, it's a combination of multiple approaches.
Okay, so the pattern will be you'll be sending some books to
Books will
the.
be sent. All physical materials will be sent to you. Worksheets and everything will be sent to you.
So what will be the exact books, ma'am? Story books or?
Not storybook, the curriculum for every sound, we'll have a curriculum for everything.
Okay.
It's built like that.
Okay.
So every class, every word, every sentences that they are reading, or any activities that has been supposed to do. So everything will be in the worksheet. So I'll be sending you the worksheet and you will be following the worksheet. I will courier it to you.
Ma'am, regular classes or multiple classes? Weekly?
You asked if it is one-on-one or group.
Yeah, one-on-one
It's a
or
group session, ma'am. It's a group session. So I recommend group session for phonics because it is that they learn the learning for 40 minutes if they are in the session. Whole 40 minutes, the learning is triggered for the whole 40 minutes. They see children, they get motivated easily, and it's a bit of competitive spirit they have in them, and that works so well in the group session more than one-on-one. I feel group session is best for phonics.
Okay.
Ma'am, I just want to know,
Yes, ma'am.
because we have a mixed group in the, like, for the classes you're going to take, it is a mixed group.
Yeah.
So my kid is he's just four and a half, like 4.8 exactly. So like, will he be taught from the basics, like the sounds, ab,
Yes, we will start even the phonemic awareness and phonological awareness. We start from the basic. And the thing is, the concept of reading, the skills that need to be mastered for reading is same. Age doesn't matter, right? Even if the child is in grade, 8 years old or 4 year or 5 year old, the pattern the child need to undergo and the structure the child need to undergo is the same. But the
Okay,
thing
so
is, the child maybe the child might they will form the longer words very easily when you see the grade 8 children, and grade 4 children might take some time, but the skill is same. We are teaching the skill more than words. I don't give word list to memorize, or I don't give the word list to practice at home. Nothing. So what they do in the class, only that. Okay. So we are not teaching the words, we are teaching the skill. The skill that is required for the child, every child is same. So I have experienced in many of my classes, age 5 children and age 8 children will be equal in reading.
Okay,
it's skill-based learning. So
okay, ma'am.
So that is a basic skill. So if I have, if you are a parent of children with age 7 or 8, so don't bother. So is it going to be slow for my child? No. So we are teaching the concept of reading. Okay, so skill-based learning practice. So you will see the progress in very first class. You will start noticing the improvement. You will see actually it is not required to have an assessment at all, because in every class we have, if it is an assessment, it also comes as an inclusive thing. It is not only teaching, it is them practicing, so that you will see it in the class. Okay, parents, if no more questions, then we will end the session here. I will send you the details in the group. Any more questions? Okay then. Okay, thank you for joining, all of you. I'll send you the
Okay, ma'am.
group. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.